Hi, welcome to the Double Drill Podcast. I'm your host, D. Swap. And big news happening in the NBA today. Um, Something that we all knew was going to happen, but it took a minute to get here, but now we're here. Giannis has finally come to fruition that it is time to move on from the Milwaukee Bucks, and he is now asking to be traded. Now, remember, where Giannis goes, his brother goes. So remember, you get Giannis and his brother. Yeah, package deal. Now, how do we get here on this trade demand? We're going to dive right into that. And before we do, please like, subscribe, and share and comment on my show because it helps a brother out and I'll deeply appreciate it. Now, according to Mark Stein, because I pulled this article, Mark Stein has reported that Giannis has been informing the Bucks for months that trading him is the best path forward, and now it is happening. Markstein has reported that the Miami Heat are a team to watch for Giannis and his brother at the deadline. A package could be centered around Tyler Hero, who is from the Milwaukee area. And I'm quite sure that he doesn't want to go back to Milwaukee because it's so cold. He loves Miami. He loves the cold weather. Excuse me, he loves the warm weather, not the cold weather. I don't know anybody who likes the cold weather. I mean, your boy's sitting here down in the south, stuck because we got hit with some bad weather. But that's for another time, another day. There are a lot of teams that wait for this moment, who has prayed for the Milwaukee Bucks downfall, who has prayed to the heavens that Giannis will come to his senses. Giannis' brother has prayed to Giannis. I asked Giannis, has prayed to God himself. Yo, man, let's make this happen, man. Make this happen. Make this happen. You got teams like the Miami, who I just talked about. You got teams like the Lakers, the Golden State Warriors. I'm gonna throw in, hey, the Detroit Pistons. You have the San Antonio Spurs, who said they're not interested, but I know uh, they are interested. If you compare Giannis and Wemby up, you're not turning that down. You're not turning that down. You're not giving that up because that will work wonders for your team, and that would take a lot of pressure off of Wemby. Let's just put it like that. You have a lot of teams who want Giannis. You have a lot of teams going to put a deal together for Giannis, and it starts right now because the trading deadline is on February the 5th. So teams are going to put out their best package. Teams are going to put out whatever they have. I mean, you might see a team that's going to put out everybody except their two best players for Giannis. And rightfully so, because Giannis is a big time all star. He is box office. He is the guy where if you want to win a championship, that's the guy. You got a guy here who can play both ends of the court. That's Giannis. But Giannis comes with a caution tag. He does come with a caution tag because it's not about the money with Giannis. The money of the aspect, is not what I'm going to be talking about. The aspect of Giannis that's a caution tag is Giannis is now becoming injury prone because he is out with a calf injury. He is out 4 to 6 weeks. That's going to take him past the trade deadline. Also, with Giannis, is that Giannis is 31 years old. He is in his prime, but he is slowly, probably another 2, 3 years, gonna be out of his prime because of the style of play that Giannis plays. Giannis is a beast in the paint. Giannis is the type of guy where he's full steam ahead. He's gonna run you over, and that's it. I mean, that's who he is. And who do we remember type of player that's like that? Big and strong. He's a dominant force in the paint. He's a dominant force around the basket. But later in his career, he became injury prone because he took a lot of hits, a lot of beatings because the style he plays. Oh, Shaquille O'Neal. Now, I'm not comparing Giannis to Shaq. Size difference is amazingly different. But the same type of player, but Giannis is just smaller than Shaq. Giannis has no jump shot. Now we have seen him take some jump shots here and there, and we also seen him with a 3-point shot here and there. He hasn't developed a jump shot, and that's the only downfall about his game. Where as when the older Giannis get, he won't be that dominant force in the paint. He will have to step away from the paint and shoot a jump shot. He needs it to develop that shot. I mean, he's 12, 13 years in, and he still doesn't have that shot. That's a concern. That's the big time concern. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys. That is a big time concern because you want a guy who can shoot a basketball away from the paint, especially in today's NBA. So whoever trades for Giannis, whoever team, they're going to have to play him less minutes as he gets older. Age 32, 33, Giannis, he can't play 40 plus minutes. He can't play 37 plus minutes. Maybe somewhere between 32 and 35 minutes, or maybe between 32, 33. You want to play him those minutes so you could extend his career. And Giannis is the type of player where load management does not count with him. He doesn't believe in load management. So whoever trades for him, going to have to realize that part. Or you work with him on this game so he can have a jump shot, so that he can be a inside outside player. I don't think nobody wants asking Giannis to develop a 3-point shot, but he is going to be asked to, hey, maybe can you make a 12-footer, 15-footer, 16-footer, or an 18-footer? Expand your game away from the basket, because it will benefit him more down the road compared to if he doesn't develop that shot. He's just going to be an injury-prone player, and I don't think for the money or the assets teams going to give up, I don't think they want that. But Giannis is motivated to be traded. He is motivated to win another championship, and depending on the team I think he can get that chip. Now, I don't see Giannis, if I'm trading for him, I don't want Giannis to play for a veteran-led team where my two best players are 37, 38, or 35, 36 years old. I think with Golden State, that's an exception because Steph Curry, the greatest shooter the guy ever created, he's an exception to this. What I'm trying to say is because he's a 4-time champion, the man is got a lethal jump shot, and the man, look, him and Giannis together would be great. If Giannis go to the Knicks, in which I believe will probably get him one of the teams that will give him the best opportunity to win the championship, he go to the Knicks. Depends on the Knicks give up. Him and Jalen Brunson and Anunoby, and you just add the pieces there to the bench. But that right there, those three right there, will lead the Knicks to a championship. You got a wing who could defend. You got a guy who could defend all 4 positions. And you got a point guard in Jalen Brunson who in the pick and roll game with Giannis will be lethal. Nobody in basketball will stop that pick and roll. The Detroit Pistons, Oklahoma City Thunder, 2 teams who are one of the top 5 teams in the NBA in defense, they will struggle stopping Brunson and Giannis from the pick and roll. I promise you that. Okay? A healthy Giannis with Jalen Brunson in the postseason, nobody's going to start that pick and roll. And then you got Anunoby, another guy who can defend on the perimeter. I look, if Giannis stick to his guns and say, hey, look, trade me to the team that I've been wanting to go since the last 2 years. If he goes to the Knicks, as a Piston fan, as an NBA fan, I'm tossing my head up, yo, this dude in the Knicks, yo, if they come together real quick, they gonna be coming out the Eastern Conference. And the simple that Giannis wants to stay in the Eastern Conference, that's another thing. That would be wild. That would be crazy. Again, this is Welcome to the DS Double Drill Podcast. My host DS Walk, and I'm just telling everybody, about Giannis wants to be traded and he wants to be on a contender. What would it look like? What teams will trade for him? Please, I want you to comment. Let me know, hey, what team you think would be a good fit for Giannis to play on? What assets you think what teams need to give up? Because this isn't any type of NBA superstar. This is the guy. This is the guy right here in the NBA. And every team is lined up trying to get him. Now, I don't think that Giannis will play for the Charlotte Hornets or New Orleans Pelicans, not those squads, because they're not contenders for a championship, but they're not even a contender for a playing game. They're not even a contender to nothing. So I don't see him go to those teams. But if there's a playoff team out there that you think that Giannis should or the Milwaukee Bucks should trade Giannis to, please tell me. I would like to know. Because it's going to be a lot of playoff teams out here. I mean, you got analysts talking about how the Detroit Pistons should make a trade and get Giannis. But we all know Milwaukee ain't going to trade Giannis to the Detroit Pistons, not in the same division. What about the Orlando Magic? They were the team who were supposed to come out of the Eastern Conference, one of the top 3 teams in the Eastern Conference. Then all season when they trade for Desmond Bane, they had not lived up to their billing. They might need a boost. Can you see Giannis playing with Franz Wagner, Desmond Bane, and Suggs? And I say I didn't mention Paolo because if you're going to trade Giannis to Orlando, you definitely know Paolo is going to be part of that trade. Paolo, probably some players off the bench, probably Mo Wagner, Jonathan Isaac, and some draft picks, if they have any. You got Orlando might be a destination. The Atlanta Hawks might be a destination. The Cleveland Capitals, now I just say they won't trade in the division, so I won't say Cleveland. But Miami Heat, they might be a destination. So, and the Western Conference, I know that he wants to stay in the East, but there's a lot of Western Conference teams that can use him. The Houston Rockets said they don't want him, but shoot, would you say no to Giannis for the right package? Giannis and KD together? That sounds appealing. The Lakers, I mean, the Clippers. If the Clippers want to boost and get back in the race for the conference for the finals, you don't think the Clippers can use Giannis? You don't think the Lakers will throw in yeah, you want Austin Reed, you want Rudy, you want Vanderbilt. Who you want? You can't have Luka. Hey, you want me to dig up who used to be DeAndre Ayton? I throw him in there. Hey, you want Jackson Hayes? He can do a dunk between his legs. You want him? God, there's gonna be a lot of teams that are gonna be a lot of packages out there, and I'm just interested to see, what's gonna be the offer. Now, let's say Giannis don't get traded this trading deadline, and he stays in Milwaukee. Milwaukee doesn't play him for the rest of the season, which would be a smart thing to do, because if you're Milwaukee, you sit him so you can tank and you get a pick. You get a high draft pick. Right now they're sitting 7th in the tanking. So just imagine, you get the number 1 pick. It then becomes draft time. You can sit back. You can reassess. You can put a package. You can have these teams come at you again, put a better package together, or you can wait through free agency. You can wait through July, and you wait for teams to put an even more bigger package together for you, for Giannis. He'll be 100% healthy. He'll be ready to go. He'll be more motivated than ever. Milwaukee get what they want. Giannis get what he wants, and his brother, of course. Everybody's happy. But the one thing that we also got to touch on about this trade is that it is going to be a downfall from Milwaukee Bucks, because it's just not going to affect Giannis and his brother once they leave. If Milwaukee, you also got to think about trading Kyle Kuzma, trading Bobby Portis, because you're going to be on a rebuild. You're going to be trying to transform your team, and you got to think about how I'm going to rebuild this team. Well, for one, Milwaukee, you keep Miles Turner. You keep him because that's your big time free agent signing, and I think he's a piece that will be for the next group of Milwaukee Bucks that's going to be coming in. That's one. Number two, you keep Ryan Hollins. Ryan Rollins has improved. He has become a valuable piece. He has, basically, in my opinion, has outplayed Kevin Porter Jr. Um, he has outplayed what's his name, Gary Grant. I think that's his name. The young fella Grant. Um, he behind Giannis, he is their second best player. So that's a piece right there. So you got two pieces right there. You got Kevin Porter Jr. That's another piece right there. So you got three pieces right there that you start with. You get trade Porters, you trade Kuzma, you try to get a draft pick, or you try to get another young piece there. And then when you go to the draft, whoever you draft in this draft, that will be your centerpiece. And you got three pieces there, and you continue to just build around him. This draft and next year's draft. So if you're Milwaukee, man, you can't. If you're Milwaukee, you got to be ecstatic about this situation. You can't be sad because you knew this day was coming. You knew this is about to happen, and this is giving you the opportunity to reset your franchise and rebuild and put another championship team together. This is the NBA. This has always been the NBA. This has always happened in the NBA. So, you know, we're going to sit back, we're going to watch, we're going to see what happened with Giannis, and we're going to see if he gets traded or not. My humble opinion, I think he should be traded. And I think this trade needs to go down now. Don't wait till the off season, because you don't want to postpone the inevitable. You don't want to postpone what's going to happen, what should happen to the off season. Get it now. Giannis has destination he want to go. I'm quite sure Giannis got about 5-6 teams he want to play for. If the Knicks is not interested, they don't put out a package where that will make Milwaukee happy, I'm quite sure Giannis got about 5-6 other teams out here that he want to play for, and 5-6 other teams that is going to put out a better deal. So let's sit back and watch this, ladies and gentlemen, and let's see what happens. With that said, thank you for tuning in. I'm DS Walk. Please like, subscribe, and share this content. I'll deeply appreciate it. And I will talk to you guys later on this week. And just like you guys, I'm going to be watching Giannis and going to be seeing what happens. Peace.